Hi you guys, this is Jessica from Madame Mystics YouTube channel, and I'm not going to try to make this like a long video like the other one was a few days ago or whatever. I was cleaning out this tub over here, this plastic tub, and I've already cleaned it out. This is what I'm left with, and all this stuff right here in this pile and this pile right here too is going to be thrown in the trash, and I'm going to throw it in the trash with you guys. I've already put what I'm keeping in that plastic tub for later. And there's one of the kittens, and there's her mama, and as you can see, I've actually been cleaning in here, and I've got most of the clothes up out of the floor now, if y'all know anything about my long videos. So anyways, let's get right to it. And I'm not going to go in description and say like reasonings why I'm throwing things away, but here's a baby picture of me whenever I was younger with my sibling in the trash. Here's a picture of me whenever I was younger, had glimmer shot done in the trash. Here's a picture of me for my wedding day. Whenever the one time I was married, I'm divorced now, have been ever since 2007, in the trash. And it's not saying that like some of this stuff doesn't mean nothing to me, but I've already like pretty much gave y'all a description as to why I'm doing things. So anyways, if you want to go back and watch that video, you can. I just don't have the room and don't have the clutter, and it doesn't mean on some of this stuff that I'm throwing away that I'm not sentimental. Anyways, here's a picture of me whenever I was dressed up for Halloween when I was a child with my sibling. Here's a picture of me whenever I was in the first grade. Here's a picture of me from my wedding day. A lot of this stuff is bad memories for me now. Picture of me from my wedding day. Like I said, I'm trying to go as fast as I can. Picture of me from my wedding day. I don't live there no more. Picture of me from my wedding day. There's a kitty. Picture of me whenever I went to go try on my dress for wedding day. Picture of me from my wedding day. Picture from me from I think that was my senior prom. Picture of me from my wedding day. Picture of me back whenever I had cancer. Picture of me whenever I was going through my wedding day. There's a cat. Or a kitten. Picture of me and my sibling. Oh, kitty. Here's a picture of me whenever I was a baby. Picture of me whenever I went to try on my dress. Picture of me whenever I was probably about 16. Picture of me, my grandpa, and my sibling. Picture of me and some childhood neighborhood friends. There's my cat Salem. Here's Salem. You're going to have to move. Picture of me whenever I was out in Colorado, whenever I went out west when I was 14 years old. Here, girl, you're going to have to move. Picture of me and my ex. Picture of me whenever I was about 17. Picture of me whenever I was younger. Here, kitty. Picture of me whenever I was getting married. Here, girl. Scoot ya. Picture of me whenever I was a baby or child. Picture of me when I was younger. Picture of me and my groundhog boss hog. Picture of me, oops. Picture of me and my grandpa. Picture of me and my sibling. And these pictures I'm throwing away isn't going to mean nothing to my daughters. But like I said, y'all can go back and watch that other video. I went into more detail. Picture of me whenever I was younger. Picture of me whenever I was younger. Picture of me and my sibling. Picture of me and my sibling. And like I said in the other previous videos, most of my most recent pictures is digital and they're on other social medias like Facebook. And I use someone else's Facebook account. that's a long story. I'm not getting into it in this video. And anyways, but like I said, most of my pictures are digital. Picture of me when I was younger. Picture of me whenever my senior year or junior year, I don't know. Picture of me again. There's double copies of some of these pictures. Pictures of me whenever I was younger. Picture of me whenever my senior year. I think I was 14 in that picture. A lot of these pictures are blurry. Here, kitty, you don't have to move. Picture of me whenever I was younger. I've already showed you all too on other videos these pictures of me. This is from my junior year of high school, prom. Picture of me when I was younger. Picture of me when I was younger. Like I said, a lot of these pictures is just bad memories from me. I don't live there no more. And it's not going to mean nothing to my children. It's time to let go and move on. Time to get rid of toxic memories. Getting rid of what I can control. I'm just doing this really fast, or as fast as I can too. This is where my house sits at now, in this picture here. We're making progress. Slowly but surely. Salem. Get out of the way, girl. Here, you're gonna have to move. Like I said, I've already went through that box and saved what I wanted to save and cleaned it up. A lot of these people, we just don't even exist in each other's lives anymore. We have totally different lifestyles. We've completely changed. And I don't want them in my life no more. With a lot of these people. It's time to let go and move on where you can. Time to take control of the situations you can control. I sure ain't no daddy's little girl no more. Sure ain't no mommy's girl either. Now, I did love this man right here. This is my uncle on my mom's side. He was real good to me, and I loved him dearly. But he's already went to heaven. I hope I can see him again someday. Sorry if I'm not talking too much, y'all. There's just no point in me talking and explaining things. It's time to let go of people and things and situations that hurt you or me and cause harm to me of what I can control. I'm just getting rid of junk. Like I said, there is stuff in here that is sentimental to me, but it really doesn't hold any value anymore as far as it's not going to mean nothing to leave it and just leave it around, because my daughters is the only thing that matters to me, and they're not going to care about none of this stuff. So, and it's nothing against them. So, I don't feel like explaining who people are, relatives and stuff. I'm also just going to be getting rid of a lot of cards. I've already went through sort out these piles and got rid of a ton of letters and notes. I've just got to get rid of the other stuff. I save stuff like this too just to show you guys at how beautiful my pen pal that I used to have. She was always so good at decorating and using stationery that matched like her letters and cards. So I did save some of that. This right here is my dad's oldest living sister. She's still alive. She's like 85 or 86. That was from a few years ago. We went to Tennessee. This is my dad and his parents, and in this picture his mom was 40 years old when she had him. She was 41 when she had his brother. Here, Salem, you're gonna have to move, girl. Go feed your babies. Here's another little piece of stationery I just saved to show you how pretty it was. I saved some of these stamps too just to show y'all how pretty they are. I know a lot of people collect stamps, so a lot of people like to look at that stuff. And a lot of this stuff right here that we're throwing away now is cards and stuff that I've had all my life from many, many years that didn't get destroyed. And what did get destroyed, I've already thrown it away. Little kittens in the stuff. That's a stamp. I know a lot of people collect stamps. My pen pal always decorated cards and stuff, really detailed and stuff too. The little kittens are starting to come near me. It's so funny. I won't go in detail about it or nothing, but this is my ex and his family. And you can just tell in this picture here, his mom with her family, she's smiling. But any pictures that day that was taken with me, she's not smiling. She looks miserable. But whatever. This right here is a letter that I got from, I think, someone over in China. Or no, it wasn't China. It was Korea. My bad. But they had this card decorated really good. I couldn't understand it though, so I never did. It was one of those things like in middle school to be like a pen pal with people. And I couldn't do it because I couldn't understand them. I didn't speak their language. Let me see if I can't get this letter out and kind of read it a little bit. This was from a different pen pal. They was over in Portugal. And the reason why I quit writing them, I wrote them a few times. But I don't know if this is the letter or not that has it in it. They had it wrote in here somewhere that they, I thought that they had it wrote in here somewhere that they liked a cult. And I thought it was a cult, but it was like, and I didn't know it at the time. It was they was meaning like a cult band. But I don't know where it says that at, and I can't read it. So I don't know if that was the letter I saved or not. But they were from Portugal. But that's what a Portugal stamp looked like back then. There's a kitten. Piece of stationery I thought was cute. My leg's falling asleep from sitting here. Yeah, my pen pal always did decorate like letters, everything, just so detailed and pretty. Here's an old Valentine's Day card. You know, you get from school or something. Here's some more stamps. Yeah, it doesn't mean that this stuff isn't sentimental to me. I just ain't going to talk about it. Like, there's all kinds of reasons. Now, like the other boxes that I have in the house, I can't go through them because they don't belong to me. So I can't just go through and get rid of stuff. And my daughters do not take after me. They're kind of hoarders. They like to hold on to their stuff. Which I can understand that, because when I was younger, I was a little bit like that too. And I'm getting rid of these hospital bracelets. I have tons of them from all the times, obviously, I was in the hospital in the past. got Christmas cards galore in here from years ago. Because I've pretty much saved all my cards like Christmas cards from my childhood. This was from a trip whenever I went on my one and only so far cruise with Carnival to Bimini in the Bahamas. That was back in 2022. Do y'all remember Lisa Frank stationery? I always liked Lisa Frank stationery. We're starting to get it, guys. Do y'all do that? Look at the back of the card sometimes just to see if it's Hallmark, which it really don't matter. But I just do that. I don't know why. I guess because Hallmark had a good slogan when they came out with that. It just makes you think to do that. Or it does me anyways. Excuse me. I'm stirring up dirt, I guess, or dust. That's a Wonder Woman stamp there. Now this is pictures of my pen pal. She sent me a lot of pictures of her in the past. Doesn't mean I don't care for her. I'm not sentimental. It's just that if you want to know why or whatever, I go into more detail in the other video. I don't have room in this house, and I've got to get this house cleaned. I can't handle clutter. Don't have no room for clutter. And it's just not going to mean nothing to my daughters. There ain't no point in holding on to some stuff. We're definitely making progress. It's just slow progress. There's a Lisa Frank sticker. She always had such bright colored stickers. I always liked Lisa Frank. I always loved stationery and stuff whenever I was growing up. Here's a Lisa Frank Valentine. There's some beautiful cards in this mess. Very, very beautiful cards. Do any of you all collect anything or have like collections of stamps? If so, you can let me know in the comments. When I was younger, you probably noticed in some of those pictures that I threw away, I used to collect angels when I was real young. Here's a picture. My pen pal just sent me pictures of stuff too. Some flowers or something she had got. Hey girl, that's my cat Salem. There's an old Valentine's Day card. That's a cute stamp. And the kittens. A lot of these cards I received too whenever, mostly from my pen pal whenever I was going through breast cancer. So there's a lot of get well cards. As far as I know, my pen pal's still alive. It's just like I said in the other video, it's all on me is why I stopped communicating with her. I wish I hadn't done that, but I did. I get like that sometimes. That's my cat Salem. Here's a 101 Dalmatian old Valentine's Day gift card, or Valentine's Day card. A lot of this stuff is like invitations too to people's baby showers and different things. That's like a card I got with roses one time from my ex. Every time I ever got flowers or anything, I took pictures of it or kept the card, so you'll see how much, which is barely ever, that I ever got anything. Here's a little piece of Lisa Frank stationery. Definitely want to get rid of this. My mom got me that. That is not meaningful to me at all. We are definitely making progress. Slowly but surely. I think the snow is gorgeous. I wouldn't want to live in the snow all the time. When I was younger, I probably would have, but not since I'm older now. I think a few days or something of snow's alright, but no more than that. A lot of times, too, people that I would be different pen pals with, they would write or color like pictures and stuff for me. This actually came from my aunt. She wrote on the back of it, but she colored this for me, like coloring pages. This one she wrote down Bible verses for me on the back. My aunt's passed on though. She passed on in 2019. This is an old Valentine's Day card. kittens playing around. I get these so often, ever so often from where I went to the hospital in UK, and that's in Lexington, Kentucky. That's a pretty card. There's lots of pretty cards in this. There's a Hallmark gift card. Let me know in the comments if y'all do that. If you look at the back of the card to see what brand name it is. I think I do it out of impulse. Just because, like I said, I was growing up with that commercial that was talking about in their advertisement that we're almost halfway done. Move, Salem. We gotta start working on the box after we get this floor done. That's what I kept over there in that box right there. Alright guys, now we just gotta work on this little box right here, which this box is really full. Okay. Did y'all used to collect trolls whenever they were popular? I did whenever I was younger. Did y'all go to the movies and watch The Little Mermaid when it came out? I did. I cut off lots of stamps in the corners of the envelopes. This is a obituary of my cousin that passed away back in 2021. He was younger than me. And he was good to me and he took up for me. And I really miss him. kittens on my leg. I think this is going to end up being a long video, y'all. I'm sorry. I really am trying to go faster like this, but it still seems like it's taking a while. That was a gift that my ex had gave me in the wrapping paper. Kittens over there playing. They're starting to climb up that guitar case. The kitties are. Got one on my leg over here. That's an Elvis stamp. That's another Lisa Frank sticker. Here's another one of my hospital stays. Had tons of those. I hope this video don't stop recording because I don't really want to make this another video of this in sections. Kittens on top of there. I got a lot of invitations in here too that I'm throwing away that I've gotten over the years. I love stickers, just like I love stationery. I don't have no space for nothing. And I don't have no need for nothing like that right now. Last year for Christmas, I got one Christmas card, or two Christmas cards, and it was from the same person. So I guess it's safe to say that Christmas cards is pretty much over with, a thing of the past. I guess, anyways. There's definitely tons of Christmas cards in here from the past. Those kittens are piled up on the clothes. This is not just mentally exhausting, this is also more physically exhausting than what it looks like. It's so draining to do this. We're not even halfway through this box. That's an old Christmas card. This was my friend, pen pal friend, her friend's obituary that passed away. She sent me a copy of that. That's a pretty Christmas card. There's one of my medical things from being in the hospital. Now, this was, I'm not going to read this, but I am going to open it up to show y'all. This is from my uncle, and he was like my favorite uncle, and he was also like pretty much like a soulmate, a mother, and a father to me, and I loved him very much. He passed away in 2017. I'm just going to kind of open up his obituary and show it to y'all. If you want to read it, you can. Here's the back of it. This was, I had got a few gifts whenever I was going through cancer. And I don't know, it was on some kind of gift that someone had made for me or gave me. Probably like the Hope Lodge or something in Lexington. And my doctor bracelets. Or hospitalization bracelets, I should say. My pen pal was always sending me pictures of different things. These are sticking together. Stuff is falling. That's a cute little stamp. One of my hospital bracelets or whatever. It's an old card. Oops, they're falling, I'm sorry. It's a cute little old Halloween card. That was a card that my ex gave me on some roses or flowers one time. I'm gonna have to scoot around you all. Get in a different position. This is taking way longer than I thought it would. Salem and her babies. That's a cute card. Stuff is falling. We're not even halfway done, guys. We're working on things, though. Let's see if I can't move this around so we can go through it some more because stuff is falling out. I got gifts like that gave to me too. I just, like I said, don't want to talk about it, but I don't have room for stuff. Doesn't mean stuff ain't sentimental for me. Here's a little prayer cloth I got probably when I was going through cancer. It's an old Valentine's Day card. Another one of my hospital bracelets. Sorry. These stamps are falling all over the place. Yeah, this is still very, very exhausting doing this. It's hurting my back the way I'm sitting. Oh, let me see if I can move around. It's a baseball stamp. That's cute. Let's see if I can get these apart. I think I'll move up here to my bed and sit. Finish this. Oh gosh. Kittens are asleep over there. That's a cute card. Okay, guys, a little bit of story behind this rock here. I used to paint rocks with markers or whatever, even before painting rocks was a thing. So I painted that rock right there years ago, probably back around 2014, before painting rocks was like a thing nationally or whatever. And I always loved anything that had like moons and stars on them. And I also loved anything that said dream on it. So I painted that rock a long time ago. And then here is a rock. I didn't paint this one. This woman that I know, she's actually younger than me. She painted this rock for me because whenever painting rocks became a thing, there was a rock she painted similar to that one. And I wanted it because it said dream on it, and I always liked dream catchers. But I wasn't able to get it, and so she painted me another one just like the other one. But I just don't have room for stuff. So that's a little story behind the rocks. Those are cool looking stickers. That's a pretty sticker there. That's the guy from the Beatles. Singer. John Lennon, I think is his name. That's a cute sticker. I like bees. There's another Lisa Frank little stickers. That fairy's cute. I used to like fairies when I was growing up, and unicorns. We're making progress, you all. It's just really slow progress. We got a lot more to go. Got a lot more to go. The cats are sleeping over there. There's a purple heart stamp. That's a cute card. I love Thanksgiving. I just love the fall, autumn time of the year. This card here was made for me, I don't know by who, but it was whenever I had cancer and I was staying at a Hope Lodge. This talks about it here. Sorry this video is going to be so long, y'all. Shirley Temple. That's a card from a long time ago. This is a different aunt. It was probably my mom's oldest sister that passed away. That's her obituary. That's an old Valentine's Day card. That's old pictures of me. I'm sorry y'all are hearing disgusting hacking going on. That's not from me, obviously. That's a cool looking stamp. More stationery. That's a pretty card. A lot of times people, like I said before, colored for me. that I was friends with. And they would write Bible verses and stuff on the back of pictures. They would do coloring pages. This is a cute little card. That's cute. This was a page from my senior yearbook. And anyways, let's look at some prices on things from my senior yearbook. I graduated in the year 2000. Back then, a gallon of gas costed $1.49. Favorite candy bar was Carmelo back then, Zero and Score. They were about 50 cents each. Wow. Favorite hamburger would have been $2.49. French fries would have been $1.25. Pizza, $13. Soft drinks, $1.25 back then. Favorite jeans, $30 to $60. Shoes, $30 to $70. Haircut, $8.25 to $10. Favorite magazine, $4.25. Concert tickets, $25 and more. Tape, CDs, $9 up to $16. So you can kind of see the difference back then. Like I said, it was a page from my senior yearbook that tore up years ago. That kitten's climbing around. I think that kitten there was the one that's colored the most different from the rest of them, like you can see. But it's the wildest one too. This is an old card. I remember whenever I got it. I got it like in high school or something. It's a pretty card. That's a real pretty card. cats in the box. Now this is an obituary for my aunt, and just like my uncle I was talking about, she was like my best friend to me, a soulmate, my aunt, my mom, my dad, a sister. And so we're going to look, I'm not going to read it, but I will look and open up her obituary. Those were my two favorite people, was my aunt and my uncle. And actually they were both on my mother's side of the family. Even though me and my mom can't get along, doesn't mean that I didn't get along with her siblings. And I have to say, I don't think her and her siblings are anything alike. I think my ex got me that. Yeah, he did. He got me that card. That's when they were coming out with musical cards like that. That cat's burying itself deep into that box. That's a cute card there with the little mice on it. I think my daughter got me that card there. I'm probably going to put this to the side because I think my oldest daughter might have got me this card, or my youngest daughter won. So I'm going to keep that in a keepsake box that I put over there. I can pretty much remember everything. Who got me what, or whatever. And like I said, I've already went through this beforehand. I actually colored this years ago. I think I colored it back in like 2018 or 2019 myself. That's one of my favorite colors, that seafoam color or mint green. That's one of my favorite colors. I colored this too. My middle name is Nicole. That's a cute card. That's a pretty card too. I like that card. Y'all are hearing the cats in their litter boxes, is what you're hearing. I gotta clean the litter boxes up after this video is done with. They need to be cleaned desperately. It's Maximo. He is something else. The good thing is them little kittens are starting to use the litter box. They're learning how to use it, so that's good. And actually, yes, I am a Capricorn. That's my zodiac sign. You all can tell me what your zodiac signs is in the comments if you want to. My oldest daughter is a Pisces. I'm a Capricorn. And then my youngest daughter is a Sagittarius or Taurus, whatever. And then both of their dads is a Leo. They got the same dad. This I got, I think some church prayed for me. It's not wrote down on here, but supposedly they put me on their prayer list back when I had cancer. And then this church sent me something too to say that they prayed for me or something, but it's not wrote down on there or nothing, but they supposedly prayed for me back when I had cancer. This is how much more we got to go, so we still got a pretty good lot to go through. I saved this because this was how we used to pass notes, what they used to look like in school. Now this one's torn up, but this was one of the cards that I got from my ex. Like I said, I don't have that many, but I kept them all until now. Getting rid of stuff. You're getting able to clean with me in this video to declutter. That's a pretty card. I wonder how long this video is going to end up being. just us decluttering like this. We're almost at the 2-hour mark. I sure didn't think it would take this long, especially me not even talking about everything. Just basically showing you what it is and throwing it away. Another hospital bracelet. That's a cute card there. Pretty sticker. That was the year I was born, 1981. This trash bag's already almost filling up. We still ain't even halfway done. That fell over, I had to pick it up. Sorry, guys. This is a job. A lot harder job than I thought it was going to be. Let me move some stuff around. I'm going to have to get this basket if I can. Up out the floor. On my bed so I can finish it like this maybe. Do y'all remember having Scholastic books and highlight books in school? This is how we used to write notes in school. I'm going to keep this because I think one of my daughters drew it. I think my youngest daughter might have drew it. Some of my hospital bracelets. Okay, this is an old card. It came from my aunt. She was supposed to give it to me for like a childhood birthday, but she ended up giving it to me like when I was 16 years old. I always liked Rainbow Bright. So that's what it looks like. It's a pretty Christmas card.
I know these might have figured since they come out the asshole, problem. Mine too, Ryan was already got the asshole when I first met him when I first joined out.
That's a pretty card. That was supposed to be my wedding invitation whenever I got married with my ex. We were supposed to have an outside wedding, but it ended up raining, so we couldn't have one out in the yard. Doesn't matter now though, we're divorced. Thank God. That's a pretty card. I think this might have been my high school graduation invitation. I graduated in the year 2000. Okay, we got everything that was in the floor here up. Now we just got to go through this right here basket. I think I'm going to move this basket back down in the floor. This trash bag is getting heavy too. Let's get it back over here. I really don't want to make this a 2-part video, so it's just going to be probably a long video. As long as the phone keeps recording. There's my cat Maximo. It's a cute card. That's a photo frame. And I'm not keeping it in a hospital bracelet. I got that gave to me when I had breast cancer in the hospital. I don't wear jewelry. I really don't believe in jewelry. I used to do, but I don't no more. I haven't for years now. Jewelry don't mean nothing to me. That's an old card. This is pictures of my pen pals tattoos. I still do prefer, even though I'm getting rid of all this stuff, I prefer snail mail over top of like emails or something like that. Or handwritten letters. We're making progress. That's a pretty sticker. That's a pretty card. Another hospital bracelet of mine. It's me when I was a child. Here's another obituary from my aunt. We've already looked at it. Cute Valentine's Day card. Slowly and surely, we're making progress. I gotta switch hands, you guys. This is exhausting. That's a pretty card. I'm right-handed, by the way, so I'm sorry if it's not filming good with my left hand. I guess I better switch. There's that old hospital bracelet. Picture of me, stamp, hospital bracelet. Photo of my ex and his dad. Hospital bracelet. Photo of me and my best friend my senior year of high school prom. She doesn't live around here no more. We got totally different lifestyles. A photo of me my junior year and my neighbor friend over here that used to live here, and I was upset because my ex was late and he hadn't showed up to pick me up, and I thought he's standing me up. I actually stepped in dog poop that day at the prom. I also got bee stung. It was a horrible, horrible time waiting on him. Very memorable. This is a picture of my cousin and her family. She got cancer like 2 months after I got cancer. And so but she had leukemia. She had a different type of cancer. Here's another hospital bracelet from a hospital stay. Here's another copy picture of me when I had cancer. That's a cute little sticker. Another hospital bracelet. There's my Maximo, and there's the kittens. It's a cute card. I'm sorry guys, we hit the 2-hour mark. I sure didn't think it would take this long to do this. That girl right there beside of me is the one who actually fixed me up with my ex. She lived in partly in Pike County and partly in Letcher County. Her parents was divorced. 6 months she would live in Pike County, 6 months she would live in Letcher County. So that's how she introduced me to my ex. It's another gift from my ex. It's a pretty card. It's a pretty card. Picture of my ex and I. That's an old card there. That's pictures of her other pen pal sent to her from Germany, castles in Germany. Pretty cool. And there's the kitties again, taking a kitty break. It's just some old Valentines. There's a kitty. I gotta take a little break. Turn the camera around this way for a second. One of my cousins made this for me, my younger cousins. And one of my younger cousins made that for me. I got this whenever I was going through cancer. There's like a little note inside here. Let me open it up. It's like a little cross. And this pouch thing here. A little note. Back when I was school, we passed notes like that. That's another one of my cousins' obituaries. He was a real good, nice person. There's another note, how we used to write them and pass them in school. Maybe in school with a friend. We used to talk on phones like that was attached to the wall when I was going to school. Let me rearrange this around so I can go through this a different way. I'm starting to get sore and tired. It's taking forever to do. Those are cute looking stamps. Pinocchio stamp. That's a cute Christmas card. It's a pretty card. It's pretty. We're almost done, y'all. This was my aunt that passed away, and me right here. We was all laying out in the sun back in the 80s. The picture's not very clear, but that's who that was. There's a kitten. Little kitten. This was me and my cousin at my graduation, and she was always rude to me. She always thought she was better than me. She's always, even in that picture, she said, "Just let me take this picture with you and I'll show you up." And then this right here was a bouquet of flowers my ex bought for me. This right here was when I was going through a divorce, and that's my oldest daughter. And me in the back. That's my wedding. It's a pretty Christmas card. This is after I was going through cancer. get these papers apart. We're starting to overflow in the trash bag. The kitten's looking up here. We don't have too much more to do, guys. It is getting lower and lower. Slowly but surely. Slowly but surely, it's getting lower and lower. Oops. Kitten. I promise we don't have too much more to go. Kitten's curious. Oops. The kitten's real curious. Sorry, buddy. Gotta try to scoot this over. I'm getting so sore and tired. I'm trying to do it from the bed. Another medical bracelet. Pretty card. Oh, kitty, you're clawing me. It hurts. A booger. That's my dad. I used to be a daddy's girl a long time ago. Surely the heck not now. Bunch of crap happened. No, surely not a daddy's girl.
Cliff, were you kissing ass? I think Army stupid is. I think that needs to be removed, honestly. Those qualifications, see what how long you've been in, how good they can lead the team, how good they can be in that position.
We don't have too much more to go through, you all. Making progress all the time. This was another one of my mom's sisters, one of my aunts that passed away, her obituary. It's a cute Halloween card. This was the first day I ever met my ex. I took that picture of him when we started dating. That was some flowers he'd gotten me after we were married. That was actually one of the times we tried to make up with each other after we was divorced. Excuse me. This little kitten's looking up at me. Try to get its face on the camera. It's looking up at me. It's laying on me. We're getting closer to being done. Another picture of me with a fake driver's license when I was younger. That was an Easter basket that my ex bought for me when we was married. I'm sure I had to tell him to get it for me too, or ask him to.
That's some of the hardest work I've ever done in my life. I did a lot of hard work at that point. That's some of the worst. Working on that green chain, like, take a heat and you brutal, man. I watched most folks quit the first day. Walk in, work one day.
It's a cute card.
Brutal work, man.
That's a cute card.
I guess if you're young, you do whatever, you don't really bother. You got 38, man. A few months ago, it happened. And got in my neck too, and I don't even know how herniated it gets in my neck.
That was a picture that I colored. Oh goodness. I gotta get situated here. We're almost done. This was something that my ex had gave me, I guess on a teddy bear or something, many, many years ago. That's a pretty card. Little short story. Whenever I was in middle school, my cousin and his friends made this little comic book, and this was a page in it. This was Crunch, Munch, that was Crunch, Munch, and I forgot what that one's name was. But they was all comic book characters that my cousin and his friends made, and I bought it off of them for like $0.25 when we was in middle school. Sorry if y'all can't hear too good. The train is going by. These are some flowers I got bought from my ex for me whenever I was married to him. There is another medical bracelet. It's a cute card. We're almost done. It's just that these papers are sticking together.
way worse now, but back it was something that I'm sure they take on the line. I mean, it's just, it's a live shit fest. And that's all it is. You have to go to social media and look at it all the time. People, what's the brand? Jimmy Dores and all these people, you know. Jimmy Dores he's like very left in his philosophy, but he's not at the same time.
Here's another prayer cloth I got probably whenever I was going through cancer.
Honestly, means a lot. I don't give a crap about heavyweight political, he's probably a socialist, but he's honest. He calls out all the strikes on both parties.
Another medical bracelet.
If you got any kind of sense, you know what's the truth is and what. And that's when, like, my boss is like that. He's so blatantly stuck to CNN. But that's when I started, because I never paid attention to it for a while. When I watched CNN day in and day out, dragging, Russiagate stuff, I'm like, man, this ain't right. Yeah, that really woke me up. Yeah, I don't need it. Yeah. And like a lot of people, I don't trust, I don't trust the neocons. There is no difference. Any establishment party politician, they're part of the party, and they live in my book. So they all need to be up. It may not be as bad as like the four Democrat establishment politicians, but the neocons are bad. They're honestly pieces of shit. They lie and cheat and steal, just like all the rest. I had like high hopes for Nate Greenshot, because that dude was amazing. That motherfucker sold out quicker than Nancy Pelosi. He did, man. Nate Greenshot was full on deal pound, son. And you can see it. I had high hopes for him, man. I like him, but he sold out. But now I like the Rand Pauls. I like the Thomas Massie, that's the Kentucky politicians.
Those kittens are whining
I think he's
in their sleep.
establishment politician. I think he's able to shape somewhat. Shut his beer for us off that line to go in here and Virginia, or West Virginia, wherever he's from. But I think a lot of these new generations, man, they're getting their media not mainstream. Mainstream's out. They got a lower approval rating than freaking Congress, man. You know how low Congress approval rating is.
Maximo's on the refrigerator.
No common sense though. Common sense will get you way. Honestly, common sense will get you further than look smart now. Common sense will get you way further in life. When you understand the world and you don't have that common sense,
That's a cute card.
That's the female. That's the female. Male is different. A lot of Gen Z males, male looking for
Gotta take another break and switch things around, you guys. Stretch. Let's see. It's stacking it on high.
well, in a sense, I don't know if females can age. We're different, biologically.
That's a pretty card. This was like flowers and roses I got from my graduation from my ex and also my sibling and my parents. Graduation gifts from high school. It's a prayer card I got. Pretty card. I like polar bears.
That's the majority.
Cute card.
And even the female that has a mindset decision still ain't gonna get it.
It's a pretty card. Pretty card. Cute card. That's a cute card. I like snowman. Okay, I gotta do a quick story. This right here girl standing next to me, this is my senior year in high school. She was the girl who was bullied worse than anyone else in high school. And that was on a field trip that we did in high school. This was the last day of school, or graduation night in high school, and I wanted to take my picture with her. And this right here was a different day in school. And the story behind her is after high school, I started writing her letters, and she would write letters back to me. And then one time, I confessed that I was a bully to her too in school. And I started bawling my eyes out after I told her that, because she was like in shock and disbelief, because she always thought she was my friend in school, which I was her friend and stuff. But anyways, we wasn't like real close or nothing. But anyways, I was friendly to her or whatever. And she she said I was the only one who never did bully her in school, and then I had to admit to bullying her. So like that broke my heart really, really bad when that happened, because I had to admit to bullying her. Well, I didn't have to, but I did. I admitted to bullying her. It's a cute card. And she was just real disappointed and in shock, because she thought that I was the only person. That's what she said. At the time, I was the only person who never bullied her in high school or school period. This is me in like second grade, I think. So yeah, that was real heartbreaking when that happened. And here's another letter from that Portugal pen pal. This might be the one where, here's a picture of him. This was like from middle school, years ago. He was one of my first pen pals. And then this might be the letter where he's talking about there's his name right there too. I don't know, somewhere he talks about being in a cult, but I thought it was a cult, and it was really talking about a group, like a musical band, and I didn't know that at the time. This is the last card, and it's beautiful. And let's see if that one, oops, that might flip over. I might pick it back. It's from Portugal. Anyways, it's empty, guys. We did it. We cleared those two things out. We cleaned it up. That was the last card here. And yeah, we're done. Thank goodness we're done. So we got that one bin cleaned, and all this goes out to the trash. Appreciate you guys who's watched. And yeah, I just really appreciate y'all for sticking through this for almost 3 hours now, and I am tired. So yeah, if you've watched this all the way through, I definitely appreciate you. Sorry this has been a pointless video, but it had to be done. So I appreciate you guys. Hope you guys have a wonderful night, and I'll talk to y'all later. Thank y'all. Bye.